Hello, everyone. This is Thomas Pepin, NHL Talk. I'm Thomas Pepin, and let's play some NHL. Continuing the franchise mode series where I've taken over the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're on season 22, episode 4. We are 58 games into the season, and we sit at 44, 11, and 3, so pretty good. Um, and then, so the plan is. Oh, wait, I got a note here that I can delete. Um, Basically, we'll get up to the trade deadline, get rid of some players. Oh, wait. Hold on. When did we sign? I can't remember when we signed the most recent guys. Give me a sec here. I'm going to have a look and try to figure that out. Because we made that trade. Oh, I guess we did end with that. So that means I can't do it yet. Did I? I don't think I signed all the guys that I can sign eventually. Um, hmm, how many games left till the deadline? Not many. Because there's still a handful of guys that we could pick up. I just don't know if we're going to. Unless I traded those guys and didn't re-sign, I think that might be it. No, we did. Huh. See, this is the thing about not doing everything all in one stream is you forget exactly what you've done. Um, so I guess just before the deadline, we'll make some trades. So we'll do the normal thing of beefing up the AHL team for a solid run. So basically, just looking for the top performing AHL players that are not expensive to pick up, trading for them, making a powerhouse team in the AHL, and then that's about it. And trading away all the rest of the stuff that has any value. So I guess that's it. So then we have nothing to do at this exact moment. The new guy we picked up. We're not playing because he's annoying. Yeah, we left him in that AHL, right? Yeah. Okay. Now I think I got my bearings again. Ness is starting. That makes sense. Okay. So I think I understand where we're at. And let's get going. Now, would the previous game have been Ness? I think so. Because, okay, wait, so it goes 2 losses here. Then we switch to somebody else, 2 losses. No, so, so then it should still be Ness, I think. Talking about that, that's a bad losing streak for us. Well, Ness is definitely out now because that's 2 losses in 3. What's going on with our team? I don't get this. Why are we losing so much? Nothing changed. That's weird. I'm gonna take a look at some of the players here and see if anything stands out. Nothing I can see. That's weird. I have no idea. Goaltending? 84915. I know nothing stands out. That's weird. I've never had a losing stretch like that. Oh, trade deadline. I gotta sort that stuff out now too. I think these are all the guys I'm going to trade. I want to get rid of that third from this year. Try to get a second or something like that. Maybe not. Anybody else have space for 3? And a second round pick. Okay, this looks possible. Sweet. All right, and then now we need to pick up some AHL guys. So I'll go look through the point leaders for forwards and D, and then make a list, and then go and try to get the guys with low value. Okay, so I wrote down the top ones there, and then I'm just gonna look for other guys that are um, good on a points per game basis. I might have missed with injuries. Man, how will this name fit on a jersey? Strombolopoulos. Jeez. Okay, I think that's enough forwards. We'll have a look at D now. The second coming of Pavel Bure as a defenseman, apparently. All right, so I think that's enough for D as well. And now we'll go try to get as many of them as we can. Could go for him because his trade value is good, but that cap hit, I'm just not gonna take it on for nothing. Even though we have this space, it's just not worth it. So trade value is just a smidge too high for this guy. Anything below this, kind of around this level and below, I think we'd go for, but just a bit too expensive in terms of trade value, that is. So far, not good. Haven't found anybody at a good trade value. Jeez, yeah, another one. Here we go, finally one. Shoot, I just realized I could have probably gotten both in that same trade. Whoops a daisies. All right, so we got a few trades in the bag. I'm gonna step away for a couple minutes. So just bear with me a sec. All right, back. I just realized I've been missing some of these guys on teams, and they might be free agents. Um, so in other words, they're signed to AHL contracts, but not NHL contracts. Now, of course, I would have missed a bunch of guys, but maybe I'll have a look. I just realized I missed a couple guys I could have gotten here. Him and Josephson. Maze, thanks for tuning in. What do you mean? What's the goal? Like, what am I doing right now? So right now I'm just picking up guys to play in the AHL to make that team good. I don't. It's not really all that important, but I do it just to theoretically help with the development of the players I have developing in the AHL. So um, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I hope that it does. No more space, apparently. Do we have anybody we want to get rid of? Actually, let's go take a look at the depth we have right now for our AHL team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got plenty of players both on forward and D, it looks like. 7. We could maybe use another D, which is what we were just looking at. Ottawa has 2 players that we were considering. They're both D, so maybe that makes the most sense. The value's good. Nielsen and Solnishkin. So no good for them. Colorado has Amadio. If he's there, he's too expensive. Then Winnipeg has Mitchell. I stream, well, at the moment, I have this one scheduled for 5 days a week. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then I have other streams that I do uh, every so often. So, like, I do a recap of NHL news every 2 to 3 weeks, and then be a pros whenever I have time or feel like it. Cool, sounds good. Hope to see you. Sweet. So we should have a powerhouse basically of an AHL team. Should show us all their stats now. So yeah, now if you take a look at the stats of all the players on our team, so we already had uh, one of the best defensemen in Downey. Uh, Datsuk and Christie we already had. Klubertans is a new guy. Panay is new. Bakov new. So anyways, so there's a whole bunch of new guys or guys that have been there before. Um, so we should be even better now. And we don't have anything else to trade away before the deadline since, well, we don't have any picks for this year. Um, yeah, there wasn't anything else I don't think I need to get rid of. We should send that Mitchell guy. I don't think there was anybody else to send down. Yeah, we'll send him down so he gets some ice time. Um, the annoying thing is I didn't even want him up in the NHL, and now he can get claimed. Of course, the game does stupid things and puts people places that you don't want him to be. Unless he was, well, maybe he could have already been in the NHL with his other team before we got him, so he would have stayed there. But anyways, who knows? Okay, and I'm gonna step away again for 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, back. So now, excuse me, now we can get back to simming and then essentially go straight through to the playoffs. Thankfully, it looks like that's pretty short term, so not a crazy loss. Man, we don't have anybody that's really a good fit. Does this at least improve it? No. So I think we'll leave Rennes there. It's not the end of the world for it to be a -2. Um, because it's the third unit, so in all likelihood it's not going to play much, so we can, I guess, handle that. Not ideal though, because these two defensemen aren't going to be as good, but I think it's good enough. Man, we can't win a game. I have no idea what's going on. And the players aren't playing that bad. Goalie stats aren't that crazy. I have no idea what's going on. So Barrett's lost two in a row, so he's out. I think I might have to shake up the lines because there's something not working right now. And the thing is, everybody's doing well. It makes no sense. I don't get it. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't understand at all. Maybe just swap, then the line chemistry goes down. I don't know. Oh, Maze, sorry, I missed your comment there. Yeah, I only stream on YouTube. I don't think I can do anything different. Except that, I guess I could just switch to one player. Yeah, I'm at a loss here. I have no idea. I have to do something, it seems like, but what that is, I have no idea. Um, I'm gonna take a look at the team stats because maybe something there is going on. Goals for per game, still best in the league. Goals against, close enough, but that's gotten worse. Not by a crazy amount though. Power plays not doing the best, but not bad. Penalty kill is average. I think it's slipped a bit too, but again, nothing's really off. And those losses that we have, they're not lopsided or anything crazy. 4-2, 5-3, 4-1, 4-2, 5-4. It might just be goaltending, but even the goalie stats weren't that crazy. So Ness was in recently, 908. Nothing stands out there. Him, clearly, he hasn't done well. 4-4-1, 8-8-0. But that's not it. You know what? I'm going to have to keep it as is. I can't see anything that I should do. I guess we'll just play out of it and see what happens. Well, we're probably going to have to use this defenseman that we just traded for at some point. So I might as well call him up and play him forward. I could pull somebody else up, but I don't think it's worth it. These other two guys, I don't want to mess around with their entry-level contract. I guess let's do that. You know what? I don't really care if it's a -1. Um, Obviously not ideal, but I'd rather play him than somebody else. Because if we call somebody up and they're 77 and it's +1 chemistry or 0, then it's essentially the same quality of line anyways. So I think it's just better to keep it as is. And another loss. I don't get it. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, so in part, a lot of these players on our team were so far ahead in scoring that I guess maybe if they're not producing, it's hard to tell, but that's weird. It might be 8 in a row. I've never had this in any season since I started this series. And I don't think I've had a team as good as this, um, at the very least on forward. It's very confusing right now. If it's not 8 in a row, it's like 8 and 9 or something stupid. So two of those guys are back very soon. Yeah, so last 10 is 2, 7, and 1. So 1, 2. Yeah, no, we have a win in the middle of it, so that's kind of broke it up, but that's weird. Uh, okay, so Florida is probably the worst team. Yeah. So the correct goalie's in. Well, I was right that I would probably need that defenseman because that's another defenseman injured, but now I certainly need a forward. So not only am I losing, now I have everybody injured too. But again, thankfully, it's all short term, so it's not a big deal. Um, who are we going to call up? I thought there was a guy we kept that had good, like all the ratings that I wanted. Maybe not. We're not going to go down this low. So Bodkov wasn't bad. Yeah, let's just call him up. All right, so we want Bodkov. Well, I guess Galchenyuk can be played, so maybe I technically don't need to have this guy up, but it's all right. He is a left shot center. We'll do that. Guess that'll work anyways. Bachman can play on his off wing. Oh, so this is pretty quick and easy to fix. Oh, and now the line chemistry is good for the penalty kill, so that's okay. I think that's it. Another loss. I don't get it. What the hell's going on? Maybe I'm crazy to keep playing the same lines, but like I said, I can't see anything to change. I need to do maintenance for that thing soon. Do we have an away stretch? Not yet. Well, some people are going to get healthy soon. So as soon as we have people healthy, maybe I'll start to adjust things. I still don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. And we're so far ahead in terms of, well, not so far ahead anymore, but we were so far ahead that losing those games is not a big deal, but still stupid. So that means we can't have, so two losses in a row or two losses in three means we change the starting goalie. And now we can't get anybody to keep the net. That's pretty bad. But the thing, like, I don't think it's even goaltending, really. Uh, it was Gosselin previously. Yeah, his save percentage, I think it was 914, now it's 912. Like, that's a not a big difference at all. And I mean, clearly, we're just not scoring. So, because if you're losing 4-1, whatever the other scores were, 4-1, you're only scoring one goal. So, I mean, clearly, people aren't producing. It's just, I don't know. That's so weird. Hey, a win. Yeah, Maze, I only sim. The only games I actually play is the Be a Pro that I do on occasion. So for this, it's just managing the team. Be a Pro is playing as a one player. I never ever play as a full team. I just don't enjoy it that much. So yeah, Maze, if you checked out um, previous streams and stuff, I think so. Like it might be a pro. I think I had like 12 points in one game, or like 11 points in one game as my player. So I like it. I find it more fun to just play as one person and try to produce as much as I can, and then playing as a team. I don't know. I just don't like the because I don't think the game does well enough in terms of like organizing how players move on the ice. I think it does a poor job. If the AI was better, then I'd maybe consider playing as a full team, but I don't like it. Yeah, and FIFA though, see, FIFA I actually like a lot better in terms of how they like the AI moves the players on the field. I playing as a team, I absolutely would do that. On FIFA, it's just on NHL, I think it's just really poorly done. But anyways, what was I doing? I need to oops, put Rafalski back on. Rafalski, Lashoff. Okay, so we mostly have our full team. So at least on forward we do. Now, what else can we do? Because the problem is this third line, there's nobody playing that great. 39, 35, 49. See, like he's got 58 points in 64 games. 60 and 66. Like there's no glaring issues. 58. How much was this guy again? 49. Uh 83 points. What? I don't get it. Like this doesn't make any sense. we just had a win, so like it makes me want to just keep it as is and then hope that it continues. But what if we put Laminin up, Savage and Leighton, but then the line chemistry goes to garbage. Ugh, so annoying. That, that, that doesn't work. I have no idea. Hmm. I forget if Rafalski was here. Maybe. I can't remember. Um, we were losing before the injuries too, I think. So it's not like it's from not having everybody in the lineup. I'm so confused right now. I'm gonna. I mean, clearly I just did it. Um, Essentially keeping it as is. I can't. Well, okay, so if I didn't care so much about the line chemistry, then I could make changes and maybe the results could be better, but it doesn't seem like there's anything wrong. I don't understand. The funny thing is I wouldn't be surprised if I kept it as is and then we went through the playoffs, we'd win the cup again. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't even really matter how we do in the regular season because we're going to make the playoffs. We always do. Uh, all that matters is how things go in the playoffs. Like, look, we've already clinched, so it's like, um, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too fussy. See, we just get 3 wins in a row. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't understand at this point. You can't have a good team just um, they go on a bad stretch. I mean, it's possible. I have never missed the playoffs. No, not once. I was gonna say semi close. I forget what seed I was, um, but it wasn't an eighth seed. I think it was like might have been like third in the division or the first wild card. I've never gotten eighth. And then otherwise, so actually, if you just go to um, the description for the stream, it'll show you all my past seasons, um, the records, and you'll be able to spot probably which one um, was our bad one. Then outside of that, you can also see how many times we got um, the President's Trophy, which I think we've only missed it twice or three times in 21 seasons. So pretty good track record. And if you didn't look or didn't see before, um, everything's on the hardest. Trade difficulties on the hardest. All that stuff. Extra cheese. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, and well, just because you probably haven't seen before, so yeah, difficulties on Superstar, and then I don't know if it actually makes it harder, but I even have sliders on the hardest for um, difficulty and stuff. The only one I don't do is, oh, I guess user strategy adjustment, but everything else is all most difficult. Um, Anywho, well, now we're on a winning streak, so maybe I was right to not do anything. Maybe it was a combination of just a bad streak plus the injuries, and then it just extended the streak. And if it wasn't for the injuries, then we would have been okay. I don't know. Okay, so we're on a back-to-back. The weaker team. Who is the weaker team in this case? Oh, definitely Ottawa. So we got the right goalie in then. Okay. So I think he's probably still technically injured. Wait. Oh, yeah, we were just scratching him. My bad. I should have sent him down, but in any case, now is obviously the time. Yeah, so now we're on a winning streak. Whatever, I don't get it. Just to make our AHL team do better, we'll shake up the lines so that Nabokov, I think it was Nabokov was his name, uh, is back in there. Yeah, there he is. Now the game should do it by itself. I think that's another feature that's garbage, but whatever. They have a lot of things to improve. Oh, now are we on an away stretch because we need to do that maintenance? Still no. Yeah, he's not ready yet. Probably a couple more days. Right. And Barrett's gonna go in net, even though he's probably gonna lose it for us because he hasn't played well at all. I'm tempted to trade the guy because this is, I think, two seasons in a row where he hasn't played well. I was gonna say I'm sure there's other goalies that we could choose, but to be honest, I actually don't know if there's goalies. Actually, no. Last year he was good. 909. The win loss isn't that great. 20-7. I know it is obviously good, but for me, it's not quite what I would want. Save percentage is good. In the playoffs, he was great. Yeah. I think, in fact, he might have been the guy that won us the cup. I don't know that for sure. I can't remember, but 9-1-7, 12-0-1, and he's done that before this season. He won the Stanley Cup 938 save percentage. So I don't know. Maybe he's just not uh, very up and down, which is, I guess, realistic because in the NHL goalies are up and down all the time. But oh, there you go. There's another down for him. Um, oh, we're gonna have to fix that. But yeah, so I guess that's the whole point of having the three goalie rotation is at least one guy hopefully is going well. But we saw with that losing streak that sometimes I guess all three aren't going well. What do we do here? How has he done with us? 1 point in those 7 games. Does he? I'm wondering if I can send him down to the AHL without him getting claimed. Waivers. Yes, so he could get claimed, so we can't send him down. So we're gonna have to bench him then. Even though theoretically he's probably better than this Hillman guy. Although he's produced pretty well. 7 points in 21 plus 10 for 79 is pretty good. Now, how do I adjust this again? The law that goes there? No. Or was it always like that? I can't remember. Guess it is at -1. That's alright. Uh, well, at least Ness is playing well. I think he won the Vesna last season, so it kind of makes sense. Yeah, and he shot up, I guess, by like I guess like 4 overall or something crazy. No, I think it was 3. Anyways, and his save percentage just went up a bit. So did his, believe it or not. Are we in first right now? Yeah. Yeah, by 5 points. So we still, as I say that, uh, are at risk of not getting the President's Trophy, but we would have to have another really bad stretch in order for a team to catch up, I think. But it is possible. Columbus. Oh, yeah, Boston's the second place team. So, uh, I was almost going to second guess my strategy of playing the better goalie against the weaker team, but why would I go and risk? So that's the thing. It's sometimes, I guess, a good reminder. So I was thinking, well, I don't want them to catch up in the standings, but why would I risk losing both against the weaker team and the better team when I can try to guarantee the weaker team? And then you never know with the better team. So don't second guess the strategy. Always, always do the same thing. Because there's a win. And then whatever happens now with Boston, we're still in better shape. Because who knows what would have happened. Uh, this is a relevant injury in terms of its impact on his play. He's still going to be better than his replacement, so we'll play him. I've never seen where the injury gets aggravated, so um, let's just hope it doesn't. Yeah, so he's all good. And we beat Boston. So I mean, obviously that's anecdotal. Um, the strategy worked there, but the home game or away game? It was a home game. No, it was away, wasn't it? Oh, it was home. Anyways, yeah, so the strategy worked there. Get points in the bag and then cross your fingers on against the harder teams. But the thing, I mean, we choose three good goalies to begin with, so it's not like we're putting in a garbage goalie. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so by the time we get to the playoffs, I'll probably be at the usual 2 hour uh, time for the stream, but might as well do the playoffs. Like I've said before, it's kind of, it would suck to just start the stream with the playoffs because I've done it before and it just feels weird. And then if you get eliminated in the first round or something stupid, then it's like, uh, feels like a waste of a stream. What were they just doing? Well, now our last 10 record is 8-2-0, so we're okay, I guess. Um, Islanders, who's better, Islanders or Capitals? Islanders. that means Barrett's in net. Okay, so now he's lost two of three, I think it is. I think he won one. So he's going to go to the back of the rotation, even though he's the backup. And then we just swap out him for the other guy. That was a home game. Oh, should have checked. No. So that is 80, 81, 82. So I guess after Montreal, we'll do that maintenance. Not ideal timing, but or should we just do it now? I think now would be smarter. Yeah, do that. It's just the club seats. All right, and then that means we can jack up those prices again. Club seats, what is the price? 460. Go up three. Oh, let's go up six. We don't. Oh yeah, it was the other goalie. That's what I was supposed to do. So it's Ness in net. Backup is now Gosselin, which actually is good timing because I think it's going to be this rotation in the playoffs, anyways. Another loss. Yeah, I don't think we're at risk of not getting the President's Trophy. Well, we're ahead by 10 points, 2 games left. It's impossible. So, not our best season, although it was looking fantastic for a while. Um, we'll be getting another President's Trophy, it looks like. Uh, yeah. And I guess, okay, because usually we would just play the same goalie. I'm going to put Gosselin in for the last game just so that he has a game before the playoffs. I don't know if the programmers do anything related to like time off since last game to impact a goalie's performance. Never know. I have no idea. But just in case, I'll get him in. And in real life, he would do the same sort of thing anyways. So it makes sense. All right, so 466 is our new maximum for club seats. We don't have any other um, home games to check, so I guess we'll have to figure out if there's anything better. I'm glad I did Ottawa sign for the concessions. Sometimes it adjusts during the season and looks like it did there. So I want Gosselin in. last game. Yeah, so basically we're, like I was expecting, we're right on time. I'm supposed to end the stream, but we'll go through the playoffs too. Good, we end with a win. We're playing Ottawa. Okay, so before we get to the playoffs, we'll do a recap of the regular season, our team's performance. Then we'll do a preview of the series. So I don't think Rennes would have gotten the scoring title. And Threlfall was so far ahead, and then Rennes passed him. So Threlfall really lost his momentum. No way. So he tied for scoring lead. We didn't get the Maurice Richard. And then I guess we'll just look at the team by itself. So, as always, the target for the top 6 forwards is a point per game. So Rennes met it. Threlfall, well, sorry, I guess both exceeded. Leighton, very good for Leighton. Yeah, he was good, and then he went down, and then back to where we want him. So that's good news. DeMaio, a guy we just picked up. And so he never had essentially this good of a season prior to just the previous season. And then he essentially met the exact same performance with us. So that's what we were betting on, gambling on, and it worked out. So that's good. Preferably he would have been better, but that's good enough. So our 4 top guys, I mean, being off by 1 point is essentially meeting expectations. And then after that, everybody else. So Law was at a point per game, and then he really tanked. But it was his rookie season, so it's not like we should expect anything better than what he did. Although he's a franchise player, so I don't know. Savage, 42 goals. You can't really complain being off a point per game if he's got 42 goals for you. So good enough. Laminin was actually pleasant surprise, still below what he should have been, but he was good for a chunk of the season. Bruin, that's fantastic, with 50 points and 79 as a defenseman, 48 and 82 for Sarno. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of them won the Norris Trophy. And then everybody else from there was kind of below expectations. Mind you, all of these guys were rookies. So rookie from junior, rookie from the AHL. He's just been garbage across the board since we've had him, except in the AHL. So, and he's up for renewal in the off season, pretty certain. Yeah, and so we're trading him for sure. Turgeon, he was mostly on the 4th line, so that's not bad performance, but not good either. And he's a rookie. Oh no, it's the 2nd season, so he actually only has 1 year left, and he might be going too then. We have 2 guys coming from the AHL, and I can't recall if we have anybody coming from junior, so it looks like Turgeon and Galchenyuk are going to be gone. Poirier, we barely played. Kaminsky was good enough. So a 1/4 of a point per game for defenseman is pretty good. So all these guys actually did good. Koralyuk, not very good, but not horrible. Hillman actually was better than expected. Volchenkov, not that great, but not bad. Finneganov, another guy we're probably going to trade, even though he only played 1 season and we still have 2 years left. So, I mean, a -5 on our team with the players he was playing against, that's pretty horrendous. 2 points in 22 games, like, come on. So, anyways, so not the best of seasons for individual stats, but not horrendous either. So Ness was good from a win-loss perspective. I guess Gosselin technically was as well. And then Barrett was garbage, also for save percentage. So save percentage 908 and 913 are perfectly acceptable. 884 is horrendous. So rotation. So okay, so as always, the strategy is we have a starter and a closer. Closer's the better goalie. In this case, I think we're going to go with Ness. I think last season we had it as Gosselin, and then it. No, wait. Was it Ness? I can't remember. I think it was supposed to be Ness, and then what happened? And then we didn't trust playing Gosselin, and then it turned out being Barrett. Something like that. Anyways, it was a mess. But this season, we're going to go with Gosselin, the starter of the series, Ness, the closer. Gosselin will lose his spot if he loses two in a series. And then we'll try Barrett, and I guess we'll adjust the strategy from there. And then overall team stats. Again, we won the President's Trophy. Not the best at records. I don't know where this sits in the career. Give me a second. We can have a look. So 58-21. Yeah, that's like right smack in the middle somewhere. Probably the bottom third of our seasons. If I went through specifically and figured it out, I could be more accurate. But anyways, goals for per game. Pretty much, if we're above 4, well, I mean 4 is very high, but if we're above 4, we're in good shape. So it wasn't our best, but it wasn't bad. Goals against was third best in the league. Preferably, we'd be best goals for, best goals against. So our differential is almost certainly the best in the league. What is that? 0.24 plus 0.31, 1.31. Oh wait, no, that's 0.8 something. So yeah, nobody else is even close. So clearly, again, we're the favorite for the Stanley Cup, but yeah, we'll see. Power play, third best, which usually we're first, so our power play wasn't that great. Penalty kill, I guess went down, but still middle of the pack. And then since we're already in this screen, we will preview our series. So we're against Ottawa. We lead in goals for per game, lead in goals against. Their differential is even, so not very good. Power play, we're better. Penalty kill, we're better. So should be an easy series, but I've said that before and we've lost. So we'll see what happens. And then last thing I need to do before we start simming is adjust to playoff prices. So 277 415 5 534. And 697. Since we just did club seats, I think it was. Yeah, club seats. I'm gonna put it up another 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go with another 3. Cool. And then we've got about a month and a half until we get this guy back. So basically, it's not until the final, it looks like. But thankfully, we have some depth at D. We picked up that guy before the trade deadline to help protect us. So we should be perfectly safe in terms of depth for the playoffs, even if we need to take some guys from the AHL, we should be okay. Oh, and I almost screwed up by playing the wrong goalie. So we are starting with Gosselin. All right, let's see how things go. 9-0 win to start the playoffs is acceptable, we'll say. Mind you, it doesn't matter by how much you win. It matters just if you win, because if we win 9-0 and then we lose 2-1 the next game, it makes no difference that we won that one game by so much. Okay, so we need to adjust these down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 1, 2, 3. 537 is our new max. We can go up by 3. We'll try again. I'll try 2 for the suites. No new injuries. Oh, I should have saved a duplicate of this. Now that we're at the playoffs. Sweet. Good start. 9-0, 8-2 for our home games. So looks like Gosselin's done his job so far. So he'll play game 3, and then it's at game 4 that we always switch goalies, unless something bad happens before that. We went down by 3. Let's go up by 1. 540 is the new max there. Let's go another 3. 699. Another new max. Go up by 2. So Thrall Falls averaging 3 points per game at the moment. It's a pretty good uh, showing for him so far. So the each game results are going exactly as expected. I mean, we should be winning by this much against this team, but yeah, sweet. So an easy sweep of Ottawa. So that's lucky for us. Getting through the first round is it's never certain. All right, and then we'll preview this round. Um, First, we'll do the normal stuff. Actually, it depends on how long these rounds take. That guy might be back. Um, he might be back before the final. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna sim through the whole playoffs tonight. I like to do the playoffs all in one run, but like I was saying, like I usually stream for 2 hours and then I cut it off, but I don't want to leave it and start a stream with the playoffs. So, um, yeah, so, anyways, I'll go through the whole playoffs. What was I just about to do? Oh, yeah, preview the matchup here. All right, so Detroit has a negative goal differential. They have less goals per game for than Ottawa, and also less goals against per game. So if it's a super tight series, theoretically they could maybe do okay, but it looks like once again we're heavy favorites. Um, Power play, we've got a better power play. Penalty kill, they're better. So that's where, like I was saying, I guess if it gets defensive, maybe they have a shot, but we should once again win this series. But again, crazier things have happened, so we'll see. Good start. Where was I at with adjusting these? So I adjusted this up, I think one. That one is perfect, but uh, no, I won't adjust it anymore. This one can still go up, I think. 1, 2, 3. We'll do another 2 for that. Okay. No new injuries. So, I mean, this is a great example of how I was saying that I felt like I should shake up the lines, and then I decided not to because I couldn't figure out a better way to do the lines, and then now everything's going fantastic. So, I mean, it could easily and quickly turn around and start going poorly, but oh, look, the rookie franchise guy's got 2 points per game leading our team. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, so I won't get ahead of myself, but I guess I was right so far to keep the lines the same. We got another win. You can see it's a bit closer though. The game's 5-3, 6-2 versus the first series. But again, we're supposed to be heavy favorites in this. Oh, this is one of those games where it gives us 0 attendance. This game can be stupid. So Gosselin has done great as the starter. 9-4-0 with his 5 wins so far. You can't really have better than that, that's for sure. And he's supposed to be, so being the starter in the playoffs means that technically you're the backup or second in rotation because we saved the better goalie if things go wrong. And so our second goalie is really playing well. Look, Renz is 2 points per game. So basically, Threlfall, Renz, and Law appear to be all at more or less 2 points per game. That is pretty good. 3 straight again. So we might sweep again. I mean, on paper, this is one of our best teams yet. For forwards, I think it is our best team yet. Wait, we're on game 4, so Ness is supposed to start. So yeah, I'm not surprised by how we're doing, but oh, now we've slipped to just a bit below 2 points per game. Sweet, another sweep. And it's funny, look, the Western Conference, they're both at even. So that's going to work in our favor because the longer they go means the more time for that guy to recover from his injury, and he'd be good to be back in our lineup. Not that he's, to be honest, actually the other guy's doing maybe even better. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. All right, so we're against the Islanders in the next round. Our AHL team looks like it's doing well, so it just got through to the next round. So they're in the conference final, and I forget what did they. Oh, we can't see the awards. I think they won last year. Uh, what was I gonna do next? Oh, I was gonna check that defenseman how he's been doing. So Gosselin starts again. So both because I was gonna say uh, the starter's been doing good, but I guess both the starter and the closer haven't lost a game, so we've swept both series. So really everybody's done well. Yeah, I'm gonna go have a look at that defenseman because we might actually not play the guy that's injured. I think the only way we're gonna do it is if we start doing 6 points in 8 games, and then during the regular season he was 11 points in 32, which is pretty decent, plus 16. Did he? No, nothing crazy happened. I just thought about this. I'm getting sidetracked from simming, but I wanted to see just all the development, what happened. Oh wow, he's really developed well. Good for Rafalski. Oh, nice for Ness. Flash off. So a lot of people have actually developed pretty well. He's gone down, huh? That's kind of funny. I was expecting him to at least stay even. Maybe it's because he was in the AHL. Did anything happen here? Oh, so we do have a couple guys in junior. So Linglet. Oh, well, I don't really need to see what he's done. Dorset, that's the other guy. That's guy. He's not important. Not important. Not important. Is he important? No. No. So it looks like the guys developing in the AHL didn't really develop. So I guess it's whatever happens in the off season. All right. So now, yeah, and they're slowly creeping down to basically just a point per game. So we'll preview this series. So now we're going to have to show Eastern Conference. So Islanders were 6th in our conference, goals 4 per game, 3rd best in the conference. Goals against, well, the worst actually. So they have a negative differential again, but they can score. So opposite to the previous series, if it went to a defensive series, they could have won. This one, if it gets too offensive, then these guys could win. Power play were quite a bit better. Penalty kill, they were a smidge better. So again, should be an easy series, but it's the conference final. And actually, if we get eliminated at this point, I'm okay with getting to the conference final. But of course, we want to win the whole thing. I just hate it when we get eliminated in the first round. When we're a powerhouse team, it's pretty annoying. OT loss, but we don't change goalies yet. It has to be 2 in a row or 2 of 3, given how well he's done. I should check if these can go down. No. Seven oh three. Give Gosselin another chance. Actually, if he wins, then he gets 2 chances. Yeah. Well, that's not a good start. Okay, so he's healthy. Now what do we do? Nobody can be claimed at this point, so we can get rid of. Oh, Leighton's injured. Oh, but he's not fully healthy though, this guy. What do we do then? Oh, we can send down Finneganov. I think he's the guy that's played garbage. Yeah. And he can't be claimed anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's not a good start to the series. Thankfully, I mean, it's early, so we've got lots of time to come back in the series. Okay, so we hit the max there. Actually, you know what? We'll leave it at 705. Okay, so what's the impact here? Balance, not critical. Deking, I don't care. Agility's fine. Body checking, not important. Speed's not the end of the world because 85's okay. Acceleration, 84 is fine. So, and he's one of our better players, so we'll play him through that. So we're supposed to go with Barrett theoretically because we haven't gotten to game 4 yet, but the problem is we're down by 2, so we need to get out of it. So we won't play Barrett unless Ness loses. Well, no, if he loses 2, then we're done. So I guess we're just riding Ness to either the next round or getting eliminated. I think I did. Did I change Barrett? Yeah, I'm supposed to have Barrett as backup. All right, so actually, I'm supposed to save too. So it's all on the back of Ness now to get us out of this mess. Mild concussion. He's out for a few games. 6 points and 11's not bad. 8 and 11. Finally, Galchenyuk's doing something. 5 and 11. I want Turgeon there. Then he's fully healthy, right? No, he's not. So it's either I call up the other guy or play him. It's a +1, him playing on that line. So I think I'm going to play him instead of calling up the guy we just sent down. So what we could do is send the defenseman that we're not going to play down and pull him back up and put him here, but he didn't play well at any point during the season. I'd rather play this guy because he at least was like he did his job as a defenseman. So I mean, he's not as skilled, but I think that's okay. So we just lost. Actually, we lost the guy that we don't want to lose right now. What do we do then? So we might play Galchenyuk there. We're gonna see which guy has the best impact on the line. So 2, 3, 4. So +1 or even. That answers that question. But Koralyuk was doing okay too. Even. So then it is going to be Turgeon. then Lothrail, Fall, Leighton, Bruin. How is Bruin done in the playoffs? 7 points in 11 games as a defenseman is pretty stellar. So then we'll put Bruin on the point here. Unless it's a negative, in which case we'll have to put Turgeon. Or Sarno fits and he's played well, no. So that answers that question. That's that, and then this we need Turgeon here. I think it's gonna be, whoa, 10 points in 11 games. I guess it's Sarno here. Good for him. That's crazy for a defenseman to do that well. I think everything's fixed now. Yeah, we already knew that. Uh-oh. Down 3 games to nothing. It would be a big surprise for us to get out of this one. We've done it before, I think at least. So it definitely once. I don't know how many times beyond that. See, the problem, because Barrett's got us out of this mess before. It's so tempting to just throw him in, but Ness is the guy that's supposed to do it. So we'll see what happens. Oh, he aggravated his injury. So that's the first time that's happened. Or or it's a different injury. I don't know which is the case, but this is where we need to call somebody up. But we might be eliminated, so yeah, let's just put the guy in, because if we are eliminated, what's the point in going through all those steps? Yeah. Yikes. How shouldn't have lost to the Islanders there, but maybe I should have made changes to the lines, but again, there wasn't really any changes to be made. I guess it just wasn't our year. Okay, well, at the very least, we have our team in the AHL still, so we will send everybody who's eligible down so they can go help the team. We have lots of people. So I'm okay with us losing in the conference final. It's not the end of the world. We're back to 50% on Stanley Cups for our seasons. So 11 Stanley Cups in 22 seasons. Lashoff is injured. Coral, yuck, I guess he can go down. That's it. Can we send him if he's injured? Maybe. Then who else? Yeah, so I guess can't send him if he's injured. All right, so we're up 2 games to 1 in the AHL. I'll go shake up the lines to make sure everybody's playing. It's an NHL team now, um, for our AHL team. If we don't win this championship, it would be crazy. Two games to two, 3 games to two for us. 3-3. Sweet. So we're in the championship. Uh, 1-0 for us. Two nothing for us, and then now we can send that guy down. Now we'll switch with him. Look at this lineup. That's hilarious. Shows you how good our depth is in the NHL. All right, let's. Oh, a loss. 3 games to 1. Calder champions. So at the very least, we won the Calder Cup, but I mean, I don't really care. Disappointing. But I'm not surprised. Things felt off as soon as we had those losing stretches and stuff. Yeah, he wanted us to win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, right. Sold our suites. That's fine. Surprised the fan happiness wasn't that great, but yeah, you want us to have a better outcome next time. Well, don't set expectations so high. Every year you're asking for us to win the cup. I want to win the cup and I try to win the cup, but I can't guarantee a cup. I don't think anybody from us would be retired. Nope. Any coaches? Hopefully not. Thank you. Hey, I just thought about that. So we didn't have a full coaching roster. I wonder how much of an impact that had. So maybe with the fluctuations in our team, maybe that was related. Maybe the fact that we had a bad playoffs is related to that. Because things should have gone better with this team, to be honest. Um, yeah, we don't have anything in the draft, so I don't really care about going past it. All right. So we got a bunch of stuff to do. Um, but that we're gonna save for next stream. We do have some things here, like trophies we can take a look at. And also, I guess we might as well take a look at some of our stats during the playoffs. So, okay, so the problem is when we started losing in the playoffs, I wouldn't have been able to see um, the impact on our stats in order for me to make a change. So, for example, look at our goal differential. It's basically 2.6. There's nothing I could have done with that information. Power play was the best at the time that we stopped. Penalty kill was perfectly respectable. So there's, at least from team stats, there's nothing I could have figured out by looking at that. In terms of player stats, uh, over a point per game, over a point per game, over a point per game playing on the third line, over a point per game, over a point per game, like at a point per game. So there's nothing that I could have gotten out of any of the information. I could have changed lines for the sake of changing lines. After 2 games, maybe I could have done it. After 3 games, maybe I should have done it. But I mean, again, like what changes could I have made anyways? So yeah, I mean, I could have just shook it up for the sake of shaking it up, but or based on performance. But again, everybody was over a point per game, and or close to a point per game, where you couldn't have fully justified sending a guy from the second to the third line or something like that. So, anyways, so another President's Trophy. Um, that's it for team stuff. Ross was Ren's. Hart Trophy, Thrall Fall. Surprised we didn't get the Norris Trophy. Anything else? Ted Lindsay. That's it. Yep. So, anyways, that's unfortunate end to this season, but I don't know. It didn't feel right. The team was good, but the other thing actually, I never even commented on this, but uh, I did actually at least comment on it generally. Half of our roster were rookies, so the entire third line were rookies. 2 of the 3 on the fourth line were rookies, and the third guy was a guy that hadn't played well. Uh, one of the top 6 was a rookie, so that shouldn't have been impactful. And in reality, it wasn't really. He could have played better, probably will play better next season, but um, it shouldn't have been a big deal. Uh, so, yeah, and we didn't really have any major injury problems. I could have maybe played that defenseman back on D, but that other D had done quite well. Where is he? What's his name again? Oh, it's not showing him. I'm gonna show him here. I'll have to go to another screen to find him. Hellman. So in the playoffs, 7 points in 12 games, +8, so I couldn't have changed him either. Like, there's nothing. Again, the only thing I really could have done would have been to shake up the lines just for the sake of shaking up the lines. And I mean, maybe it would have done something. Maybe I should have done that after losing two straight. But even after losing two straight, it's like, let them try to get out of it. After three straight, I probably should have there. But again, I mean, what are you really, what could you have done? So, anyways, so that is where we'll leave it. So if you like the stream, hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, turn on notifications. The channel homepage has upcoming streams on regular NHL content. So next one's going to be after the end of the regular season, covering I think it's 3 weeks up to that point of NHL news. And in that stream, I'll be giving my predictions for the playoffs. So if you're interested in that, you can have a look. For franchise mode, that schedule's in the about section of the channel, and it runs Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Be it pros whenever I have time or feel like it. Any comments, leave them in the comments, suggestions likewise. Uh, Thanks again to Maze for tuning in and interacting, and Extra Cheese for saying hello. And that's it. So see you guys tomorrow. We'll be starting the off season and see how far we can get.